So now we have discussed almost everything about the ionic substitution. So it's the time to solve some MCQs in the related topic. So our first question is, coupled substitution is defined by either Goldsmith's first rule, Goldsmith's second rule, Goldsmith's third rule, or none of the above. So the coupled substitution, what happens is that there is a breaking in the neutrality of any crystal. Okay, so in this case, to maintain this neutrality of any crystal, there is another substitution. So one substitution leads to the another substitution. This is called as the coupled substitution, and it is defined by the Goldsmith's second rule. Now second question is, ionic potential is defined as the ratio of ionic charge to ionic radius, ratio of ionic radius to ionic charge, ratio of ionic charge to electronegativity, and the ratio of ionic radius to electronegativity. So here the correct option is your option number 1, that is, it is the ratio of ionic charge to ionic radius. Okay, and hence you can see that if charge will increase, it will increase the ionic potential, and with decrease of ionic radius, ionic potential will increase. So the third question is, Hofmann occurs in zircon by. So as you know, in the zircon there is a substitution of zirconium ion by Hofmann, and in this case there are a Camouflage type of ionic substitution. Okay, so what happens is, in the Camouflage, here you have the similar ionic potential of both the ions zirconium and Hofmann. So option number 1 will be your right answer. Now fourth question is, for capture type of substitution, the value of distribution coefficient will be, and you know that the value of distribution coefficient can be 3 type, when d is equal to 1, d is equal to less than 1, and d is equal to greater than 1. For capture type of substitution, the value of d is greater than 1. If value is less than 1, it is admission or admittance. If it is equal to 1, it is known as the Camouflage type of ionic substitution. So here it is d is greater than 1, so third option will be your right answer. Now fifth question is, presence of strontium in orthoclase shows which type of ionic substitution. So as far as the strontium in the orthoclase is concerned, it is strontium substitutes the potassium ion in the orthoclase. So this type of substitution is known as the capture, because here you have the more charge as than that of potassium, and lower ionic radius, which leads to higher ionic potential, and higher ionic potential is associated with the capture type of ionic substitution. So here second option is your right answer. Now question number 6, substitution may be limited even when the size and charge criteria are satisfied, when the competing ions have different electronegativity and form bonds of different ionic character. It is said by which of the rule? Goldsmith first rule, second rule, third rule, or the Ringwood's modification. So it is the Ringwood's modification for the Goldsmith's rule, as the Goldsmith's rule saying that if charge and size of any ion is same, then they can substitute each other. But this is modified by the Ringwood, so that the competing ions have different electronegativity. That's why they will form different ionic character, and this ionic character will lead to the different type of ionic substitution. So here it is said by the Ringwood's modification. Option number 4 will be your right answer. Seventh question is, according to the Goldsmith, ionic substitution can be done when the difference between radius of minor and major element is. So Goldsmith gave a criteria of how much the ionic radius can differ for any ionic substitution. Either it is less than 15%, greater than 15%, is equal to 15%, or it does not depends on the radius. So according to the Goldsmith, it should be less than 15%. If the radius difference between any two ions is less than 15%, then they can substitute each other. So your first option will be your right answer. You know, if you have seen my all the 3 videos, the questions are very easy and you can solve them in just snaps. So here next question is your presence of rubidium in the biotite. shows which type of ionic substitution. So presence of rubidium in the biotite is act as an radioactive element, and we can date this biotite. So the presence of rubidium in biotite, so there are four options: camouflage, capture, admittance, and none of the above. So rubidium is the example of admittance type of ionic substitution, because rubidium has lower ionic potential, and when the lower ionic potential ion substitute the major ion of higher ionic potential, it is known as the admittance type of ionic substitution. So third option will be your right answer. Now ninth question is, and the last question is, though having similar ionic potential, copper does not substitute in sodium. It can be described by either Goldsmith first rule, second rule, third rule, or the Ringwood's modification. So what happens is, you have any crystal like NaCl. So here the copper should be substitute sodium from this crystal, as they have the similar ionic potential, but it does not. It is because of the Ringwood's modification. He told that electronegativity also plays an important role in that of similar ionic potential. If you have similar ionic potential, then definitely radioactivity will decide substitution takes place or not. So here fourth option will be your right answer. So it's all about for today. Thank you so much. In the next video we will see some new topic of the geochemistry. Thank you.